Making money is boring. This is why you're struggling to find motivation. This is why when you think about failure, you're terrified. Because if what you think you should do as your highest attainment as a man is sell Facebook ads through a social media marketing agency, or sell a product from China to people in America that don't know that that's what you're doing, then of course you're going to be terrified of failing. Because if you do that and don't attain the money that you wanted, what have you learned? Maybe you've learned a skill in that specific field, but you've learned nothing that you really care about. You're doing dropshipping because you think, because someone has told you, that that's the fastest line from A to B, B being making money. The problem is, guys, that might not even be the case anymore. Someone is selling you that business model because it's easy to teach in a course, and they may have attained it maybe a few years ago when it was more viable. The point is not that this or that is a bad business model and that they should be ashamed of themselves. Not at all. I've done these things. Many of them can work for you. The trouble is that these people are teaching these things to young, like 14, 15, 16-year-old guys who are actively trying to form their idea of a masculine ideal. They're trying to understand what they should do to make themselves better. And when they think that that is the next step, they can get into big trouble. You start something like NoFap, then you start meditating, then you start working out, then you quit social media, and then you think, because people have taught you, that the next natural step is start one of these entrepreneurial businesses online. And the thing is, they limit it to like 5 or 6 or 10 of them. They literally teach as if the economy is made up of YouTubers, social media marketing agencies, etc. They're not teaching courses on how to start a factory in rural Virginia. They're not teaching courses on how to create a logistics business. They're not teaching you even how to like sell life insurance. And this is the key point. Our world, our civilization was not built on social media marketing agencies, guys. And if you were made to do something, if you're gifted mathematically, if you're gifted with numbers, if you're gifted with words, and you're spending all of your time on this dream of making 20K a month and moving to Dubai, then the world doesn't get what it really needs from you. And imagine if people in the past had done that. Imagine if the guys that built the railroads, that composed the symphonies, that wrote the great classic books, had instead chosen what was the fastest path from A to B, B being them trying to make money. What would our world be now, guys? One thing that I have learned, mainly through traveling from rich countries and to poor countries, is that nothing you have was gifted to you by the universe. You have what you have because a few guys designed that government, designed that building, made that factory, put down the rules of that economy so that you have rule of law, so that you can start a business. Other places don't have that. Do you really think Ethiopia is meant by some divine law to be the way it is? No. The trouble is due to certain circumstances, the people there were not able to create the institutions that are in other countries that are more economically successful and that don't have huge problems with famines and things like this. And I'm telling you, you need to be one of those people. Our society will not continue to be prosperous if everyone is just searching the fastest route from A to B. And this does not mean that making money is shameful. The furthest thing from it. What I am saying is the people that say that there's 10 good ways to make money, and that's what every young, driven, accomplished young man should aim for, are being really irresponsible, probably because they're trying to sell a course. Because they know that if every intelligent, young, driven man goes and does that, who's going to work at NASA? Who's going to mine the asteroids? Who's going to write the symphonies? Who's going to write the books? Who's going to do the things that actually makes our civilization interesting and rich and accomplished? I want you to stop right now and think for yourself. What is cooler? A dropshipping business or writing a symphony? Starting a marketing agency or writing a book? Making a Facebook ads business or starting a big family that's healthy and happy? I'm not trying to straw man anyone here. I actually want you to think about this before you head off in this direction of, I'm going to make money, I'm going to move to Dubai, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. The best metaphor for understanding why this is a problem is what we see right now in America, where the smartest people are taken from the Ivy League schools and sent into the finance industry on Wall Street. And they are just manipulating the markets in buying and selling stocks to other people. I'm not saying that those people are evil. I'm saying that their talents, if this was 1899, would be on things like designing an engine, creating a train, creating industrial opportunities in the areas where they live. Now all of those people are in one city, in one social tribe, making salaries, competing with each other to wear the finest suits and things. And we are being drained of our best people. In the same way, the internet is draining the best, most accomplished young men, the ones that really care about having focus and being spiritually attuned to their purpose. And then yet it's sending them off to Dubai or Thailand as if that is the only purpose. Do you really think that's your purpose, guys? It is for some people. I've done those businesses. I've lived in cheap cost of living countries. I've lived that dream. And it is fun for a little while. But is fun for a little while your goal? Is fun for a little while what will bring us to Mars, will bring us to different solar systems, will bring us the next great American novel? And if you don't care about those things, I have to ask why. Who have you listened to where you don't think the highest attainments throughout civilization mean anything? That you think the only high attainment is getting a check every month from an online business? There is nothing wrong with online business. But to limit yourself, and more importantly, to limit all the young men in the world who are lost and searching for a purpose to a few businesses that are easy to sell courses about, that's not only irresponsible, it's destructive. Making money is not the only way of keeping score, guys. It's not even close to it. That's all.